Hey y'all, how's it going? So today I'm going to show you how I do kind of like my natural makeup look on days where I still want to look glam, but I don't want to do too much. So I'm going to show you guys all the products that I use for my everyday makeup routine and just give you some tips and tricks. So first things first, I'm going on with the Lancome Le Base Pro. This is my favorite primer I've ever used. I've been using it for a solid year and a half. It just blurs my pores like no other primer has before and makes my skin and my foundation just look super smooth. Then I'm taking the NARS Radiant Longwear foundation in the shade Vienna. This is also a fan favorite of mine. I use the foundation every day and it's amazing. Has coverage like none other. And I usually just put my foundation on with a beauty sponge. So as you can see, that's one side done and it matches my neck super well. I've never had another foundation match my neck this well. These past few days, from the 11th to the 14th, I was on a little ski trip with my friends that used to live here, and then they moved to Michigan, and I went skiing with them probably like 2 years ago, and I had a lot of fun. And like this year I've been like kind of really wanting to do it again, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go visit my friends. So I went and saw them, and it was so fun, and it was so pretty. I also saw Lake Superior. Y'all know anything about Lake Superior? Because I do. I have heard so much about Lake Superior on TikTok. What a crazy little lake that is. And then we were at Lake Superior and she was like, I was like, this lake is huge, dude. She was like, yeah, that's Lake Superior for you. I'm like, let's just not brush over the fact that here I am at Lake Superior, right? But it was super fun. Also, pro tip, what I do is I usually just go in with like a light layer of my foundation first, and then I go in with a smaller brush to add coverage to any extra spots that need it. In this case, I foundation from looking super cakey or anything. So I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Toast to contour. And I go right above where my cheekbone sits, so that way my cheekbones look higher. And I don't use too much because I get nervous. I would recommend starting off with a little bit and then working your way up. And when you're applying cream contour, you want to continuously work up, because if you work down, then it'll make your cheekbones look lower, you know? And here you can see the difference. Like this side just looks a lot more snatched and cute, and this looks kind of like flat and like not there, you know what I mean? Oh, now I'm gonna do the other side. Now I'm gonna use the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Light Sand, and I'm just gonna conceal my under eyes. And the only issue that I have with this concealer is sometimes if I apply it in other places other than under my eyes, it gives me little tiny blackheads, which I don't really enjoy. So just keep that in mind. If you buy this concealer, it's amazing and it's so full coverage and it's perfect. But for me at least, it just gives me teensy little blackheads if I use it anywhere else. And here you can see the difference in the concealer, how light and lifted it looks compared to this side. Concealer is 10 out of 10, aside from the whole blackhead thing. Then I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder that's like in the compact, you know, in translucent, because something about this powder, folks. I don't really like the loose one because I read somewhere that it has talc in it, and talc can be really bad to like continuously breathe in. So I refrained from using that one, and I'm not sure if it's the case with this one, but I do love this one. It makes my pores look so smooth. There's a different set and not set, or set and no concealer. So huge difference. That's why I love the concealer so much. Now I'm just powdering my whole face with this big e.l.f. brush because I don't know, I don't really vibe with the whole like dewy skin. I don't know what that was. It just never it just never works out for me in the way that I want it to, so whatever. And setting spray helps me look dewy anyways. Also, I use this Hawaiian Tropics sunscreen that I sprayed. That makes me look super dewy. Now I'm going in with the Anastasia bronzer in the shade Cappuccino. And also this I got from TJ Maxx. So I also like the Flower Beauty bronzers. Also, I'm going with the Morphe M527. Flower has some good bronzers. Milani has some good bronzers. Like, you don't have to spend a bag and a half on stuff like that. I personally spend most of my money in terms of makeup on my foundation. I know a lot of people say cheap foundation, more high-end concealer, and I just personally don't agree. You know what I mean? I just, you know, if you have a good foundation, everything else is gonna look pretty great, you know? Like with a good concealer, like what if your foundation starts breaking up? What are you supposed to do then? You know what I mean? So, a little tough. Now I'm going with the Flesh Beauty blush in the shade Pulse. Also, I love the e.l.f. blushes. They're amazing. This I got on sale, so, or else I probably wouldn't be using it. And not that it's not a gorgeous shade, because it is. And they do have a shade, Flesh does have a shade called Hug, which I love. But you just don't have to spend all this money to have a good routine, you know what I mean? Now I'm just gonna spray my face. I do not support this person. Just was on sale, okay? And then I'm going in with my Becca highlighter in the shade Opal, which is kind of really old, but absolutely stunning. Like, wow, it's like a whole different kind of highlight, to me at least. It just looks so natural. I don't even know. I don't know, because sometimes I like a good blinding highlight, but like for crazier looks, but days like this where I'm just going for something nice, I want it to look like, wow, she's naturally got her thing going on, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, so I don't know if you saw in the last clip, but I contour my nose by just taking my bronzer brush and going like this. And then I'll show you what I do next. Now that the rest of my face is done, I'm just gonna go like this with the brush. See that? See that there? I never contour my nose, like contour, you know what I mean? But this helps my nose just look super cute. So fun. Okay, so for my eyebrows, I also use powder, and I also got this on sale. So this is the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in the shade Ebony. And I just use powder on my eyebrows because doing pencil and doing all that is just too much for me. It's too much for me. I hate doing my eyebrows. My eyebrows are my least favorite part of my routine. So this way, I just get it done super quickly. And I don't really have to hassle about it because I feel like with pencils and stuff, it's just a whole mess. And like I only have to carve out the bottom for this. Okay, so there's one eyebrow done compared to the other ones. I just like them a little thicker at the top, you know? So I'm gonna do the other one off camera. So give me a sec. Okay, so I already went ahead and carved them out because I don't know, it's just super simple. And I only do the bottom, and then I go in with the same brush as you to touch up and blend out those edges. So that way it blends nicer into the base I'm gonna put down. So for a base on my eyelids, I use my foundation because I don't know, I don't want to spend money on bases, you know what I mean? I have them, but I don't want to overuse them. Like I want them for like special occasions, like special looks, you know what I mean? And foundation works just the same. But I think P. Louise works good when like you're cutting the crease and like need it to be super, super sharp. So that's what I use it for. Other than that though, I just use foundation. Like if it's a super easy day like this, I'll just use foundation. So now I'm just gonna lightly set my lids. I usually don't set them when I'm doing crazy colorful eyeshadow or anything, but since this is like a neutral day, I figured I'd do so, because why not? I wouldn't want anything to go creasing on me. So now that that's done, I have to decide on what palette I'm going to use today. So I'm going to go in with the Jackie Aina Anastasia palette. I love this. The brown shades in here are stunning. Clearly this one has been well loved. And then I'm also going in with the bronzer that I used on my face as well. And I'm going in with this brush from Luxie Cosmetics. This is their 205 tapered blending brush. And I'm just going to take my bronzer and put it in my crease. And I always look down when I'm starting to put down eyeshadow, especially like a lighter shade like this. Usually I'd go darker to lighter, but because this is like kind of a simple, easy look, I just wanted to chill and not have it look super heavy or anything. So I'm not connecting it down here. I'm almost just following my crease so I can give my eye more of like a circle shape and just keep it super blended for now. So okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go in with the lighter brown shade in the Jackie Aina palette, shade Ginger. And I'm gonna put that right where we just put that, but a little bit underneath. And I also usually will use the same brush throughout like the whole eye look, just because it's easier, more convenient, you know? Also, I wanted to come on here and talk about my brand. Wild Child Cosmetics. I have been thinking about having my own makeup brand for a while now. I just didn't know what it was gonna be, and I wanted it to be super, super special. So the name I got from my dad. He used to call me his wild child growing up, always. I have a tattoo of a letter that's from my dad, and it says, "My wild child, love you lots, Daddy." Super cute. So I wanted to start selling lashes because I love lashes. I think they transform any makeup look to like a whole different level. So I really wanted to come out with my own, you know? I just wanted to have some fun with it. So my launch date as of now is the 27th, I believe, but I'll have to double check. 4 different styles of lashes, and I am so excited and I'm nervous, but I'm ready for it, and this is something I've been wanting to do for a really long time. Me and my friends in beauty school would talk about it and say, one day we'll have our own brands and one day we'll do this, and here I am, like, following my dreams or whatever. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm super excited, and I didn't want it to be, because to me at least, when you think of like wild child or like wild, it gives off like a zebra print vibe. I'm like, I didn't want it to be that. So I wanted it to be kind of like a wild flower, wild like crystals and all that fun sorts of stuff, because I love that kind of stuff. And the wildflowers and the logo I picked myself, and I wanted the flowers to have meanings that aligned with the brand, so that was really fun to do and like such a fun creative idea. So I'm super excited for you guys to get your hands on these lashes. Of course I'll be coming out with more stuff in the future, but I did want to just start with lashes for a little bit just to see how it would go. Fun! Okay, so now it's time to start on the lid. So I'm going to use the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor Zero. And I'm just going to put some of that on the back of my hand, very small amount. Okay, and then I'm going in with the Luxie 213 eye shading brush. I'm just going to take that on the brush. And I'm going to place that on my lid. Like that. So just putting it on like this, and I don't cut it off at the end, if you know what I mean. Like I kind of let it fade out into where the foundation is to just give me more of like a larger eye shape, you know? So just like that, kind of like a rounded almond shape, right? And then I'm gonna set that with a white eyeshadow. I'm using the white eyeshadow on the Alyssa Edwards palette because it's pretty white, you know? See? Look at that. Okay, so now that that's all done, I'm gonna go in with the eyeliner. I'm so excited. So, if you follow my Instagram, y'all know, Instagram or my TikTok, y'all know Killer Queens Cosmetics has the best eyeliners out there. I'm gonna go in with the shade Envy today, which is this gorgeous, gorgeous emerald green. And I take a little bit of setting spray and I spray it in there. And then I kind of just wait for it to like mellow out in there a little bit and, you know, gather its pigment or whatever. And I'm gonna go in with a small brush. So I get questions about the brushes that I use for my eyeliner and like line work and stuff all the time. They're from Amazon. I said in my last video, but I didn't put the link in the description because, I don't know, I just didn't know what I was doing. But hopefully this time I will put the link in the description because these nail brushes are amazing and they come with like a pack of 6 for like $8 or something. So I'm gonna wait for this to brew and then I'll show you how I do my eyeliner. So first things first, I'm gonna start with a line going on my lid. And go straight out like that. And then I always make the line on the top first. I feel like it's easier to do than like try and connect it with like the line that you made down here. Then I'm gonna connect it now. So that's the shape that I have. And then I'm gonna wait for a second for it to chill out. And I'm also kind of gonna fix up the edge a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna fill that in with the eyeliner and I'll show you how that looks. Okay, so this is what I have for my wing. And then once that dries a little bit, I'm gonna go over it with a little bit of eyeshadow just to make sure it's not gonna like transfer crease like up there because I hate when that happens. And then just to make my eyeliner more precise, I take this Morphe M432 and just kind of pat like the areas that are a little messy or just don't need to be there. And then I just let that dry and then I usually just pull it out because it's like pull it down and it works perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to start on the other eye while I let this dry, and then I'll show you how it looks all together. Okay, so I had a slight malfunction because I just wasn't thinking straight, and I kept doing like that little thing that I was explaining, and then this whole area turned green. So I just took a Q-tip and some water and cleaned it up, and then I'm going to place some more foundation there in hopes that it blends with the rest just fine. I'm going to take my finger and tap out that harsh edge, so hopefully it's not there when I put the foundation down. Okay, fixed it. Fun. Okay, so then I'm going to set this eye with the green shade, and then I'll be back to put on lashes. Okay, so I'm going in with my lashes in the style Opal, and I am going to put some glue on there, and then I'll show you how I apply them. So now that my lash glue is on and the glue is tacky, I'll show you how I put my lashes on. I usually put the mirror down here so I could see everything's all attached, and then I put the inner corner down and then pull to the outer corner. And then I don't like when my lashes do that, so I usually just pick them up. So that is one lash all on, and poof, poof, there goes my other lash. So literally poof. Found it. Here it is. Once again, just gonna apply lash glue, and then I'm gonna apply the lash, and then I'll come back and talk about my lips and what I'm gonna do for underneath. Okay, now that my lashes are on, they probably look kind of weird because I like can't keep my head straight on the camera, but it's fine. For my under eyes, I'm just gonna go in with the Kevyn Aucoin Indecent mascara that they were kind enough to send to me, and I absolutely love it for my under eyelashes. It makes them so separated and nice. Like I just do one coat and then I hang on for a minute and then I do another coat and it's perfect. Okay, so that's one coat on. You can already see the separation, so cute. I love looks like this with like the white lid and then the bare underneath. I just love it. I love the way that it looks. And usually I don't wear black eyeliner like this because it makes my nose look weird. I don't know how to describe it, but it makes my nose look weird to me. And then for the lip, I am gonna go in with, this is from Kilali Cosmetics. They reached out to me on Instagram, wanted to send me a few things. This is in the shade Nile. So stunning, just like a nice like peachy nude, which I love. Okay, so that's the lip on, and I'm pretty much done. I'm just gonna go do my hair and change my shirt really quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my finished look. As you can see, the eyeliner is gorgeous. I love doing darker colored eyeliners because you just add a little extra something to like your natural looks. But if you guys want to see any pictures or videos of this look, feel free to check out my Instagram or my TikTok, which is @Paytons.makeup for all my social media, Twitter too. Feel free to go and check it out. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was a little bit better than the last one. I'm planning on starting to film once a week and post once a week on YouTube, so hopefully I can get that started. No promises though, but thank you guys again so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe or give it a like and check out my other social medias. Thanks!